Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. Stand up for your country. So 100 days of the second Trump administration. Difficult to cover. So many incompletes. A lot of false reporting, but that's not new. And I know why you're here, because we do not do that. And we lay it out to you in a fact-based way, without any ideology or grudges or anything like that, okay? And it's important for you, your family, your friends, that you know what's going on, because it involves your money, it involves your lifestyle, it involves the future. So today, we're going to methodically work down why President Trump is doing certain things, and they're not always working, like Canada. Canada did not turn out well for Donald Trump. And I knew that would happen, but I'll explain it when we get to that segment. The Talking Points Memo is about the new executive orders on immigration signed yesterday. So right now, 100 days, President Trump has signed 140 executive orders. That's a record. No president has ever signed even close to that in his first 100 days. The latest was signed 5 p.m. yesterday. It's the Protecting American Communities from Criminal Aliens order. Here's what it says, quote, "The order directs the Attorney General and Secretary of Homeland Security to publish a list of states and local jurisdictions obstructing federal immigration law enforcement and notify each sanctuary jurisdiction of its non-compliance, providing an opportunity to correct it. Sanctuary jurisdictions that do not comply with federal law may lose federal funding." And remember, an executive order is federal law. Okay? So I recommended years ago that this happen, because you can't have anarchy on the state and local governments saying to the federal government, hey, blank you. Okay, we're not enforcing this law. We don't like that law. We're going to do what we want. But that's what they did in the South, all right, before the Civil War. And that's what led to the war. So it's the federal government has the ultimate power in law. Now, the sanctuary situation is rejected by Republicans and MAGA people and those who support Donald Trump. Okay, they say shouldn't be any sanctuaries at all. But the other side, the Democrats, largely favor sanctuary cities. And I'll back that up by saying it wasn't one scrutinized by the Biden administration. Not one. Okay. So here was the reaction from a guy named Jorge Majoka. He is with the Arise Chicago outfit. Here's what Jorge said. Go.
The federal government cannot mandate a local police department to do anything or to not do anything. The city of Chicago is a municipality completely free to decide what exactly their police does. So I don't think we have to pay a whole lot more attention to this kind of crazy executive orders.
All right, well, Jorge doesn't know what he's talking about. So the federal government gives Chicago money to help the local police, all right, in a whole variety of ways. They're called block grants. Trump's going to stop them, okay? So Chicago already broke. Is going to be more broke because it is not obeying federal law. That's how it works. And it's, you know, we got state of Maine, and we'll get to that, and the state of Minnesota defying the trans order. And yeah, you can do that. You can take it to court. You'll lose ultimately. But in the meantime, you ain't going to get any money. Now, the strangest analysis of this new executive order that I heard was from Michelle Obama, who has a new podcast. All right. She's tying the sanctuary city controversy into racism. Go.
So my fears are for what I know is happening out there in streets all over the city. And now that we have leadership that is sort of indiscriminately determining who belongs and who doesn't, And we know that those decisions aren't being made with courts and with due process, and, that it's being made like this cop that pulled my brother over when he was 12. You don't look like somebody that belongs. I can determine just by looking at you that you're a good person or you're not a good person. And knowing that there's so much bias and so much racism and so much ignorance that fuels those kind of choices.
I don't understand what the First Lady is saying, because she says that those decisions aren't made with the courts and with due process. The immigration law was passed by Congress and was signed into law by a president. And the people who are sneaking into the country or applying for asylum outside of what the law says, ports of entry, they violated immigration law. So what are you talking about? These decisions aren't made with courts and due process. Of course they're made that way. We have a structure here. We have laws here. We have laws about criminal activity. We have laws about immigration. We have laws about finance. We have laws about taxes. I don't get this. I don't see this as a racist thing at all. This is, you either obey the law or you don't obey the law. And obviously the sanctuary cities are not obeying the law. So the President of the United States, the chief law enforcement officer, has a perfect right to go after them. But somehow Michelle Obama doesn't get that. I don't know what it is. She's a brilliant woman. I don't know what it is. Bubble, I guess, living in a bubble. And in addition, the President Trump has revoked 4,000 foreign student visas. 90% of them have committed criminal acts: arson, human trafficking, child abuse, DUI, robbery. 500 of the 4,000 had assault records. So again, I mean, if you're here at the largesse of the United States to study and you commit a crime, I mean, come on, you're out of here. But, the Democrats there's no interest at all in any of this. And I'm making it a political issue. I don't want to, but that's the opposition. Aren't any Republicans that are opposed to this? So finally, the whole immigration issue was working for Donald Trump big time until the tariffs. And that has overshadowed immigration now because you're messing with people's money directly. And that's why you saw the poll numbers go down, as we reported yesterday. And that's the memo. All right, Donald Trump is going to Michigan tonight. Macomb Community College, Warren, Michigan, 20 miles north of Detroit, for a rally at 6 p.m. We will cover somewhat the rally tomorrow. I know what he's going to say. And it'll be interesting on Wednesday night to hear me interview Donald Trump, because I don't even know what I'm going to ask him yet. Things happen so fast. But it won't be a rally. So that'll be on News Nation. You know all about it. I hope by this point, 2 hours, the president kicks off the town hall, and it will be something, that's for sure. Now to Canada, the Liberal Prime Minister Mark Carney takes over now. He was well behind the Conservative candidate a few months ago, but once Donald Trump said he wanted Canada to be the 51st state, Canadians don't want that. And the Conservative candidate was a friend of Trump's, so he's done. So Donald Trump basically threw the election to the Liberal Prime Minister Mark Carney. And here's what Carney said. Go.
Humility is also about recognizing that one of the responsibilities of government is to prepare for the worst, not hope for the best. As I've been warning for months, America wants our land, our resources, our water, our country. Never. But these are not idle threats. President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never, ever happen. But we also must recognize the reality that our world has fundamentally changed.
All right, so I never knew why Donald Trump did this, did the 51st state deal. And I said that to him. I said that to him in person. I said, this is not going to work out well. Canadians don't want to be part of the United States. And this is the proof. Now, does it matter? I still think Canada will sign a trade deal with the USA that's better for us because Canada needs our marketplace. We don't need Canada's marketplace. We don't need it. They need us. So I think Carney's going to have to, he's blustering now, but he's going to have to come to the table and sign a deal. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Also, intense negotiations continue over Ukraine and Iran nukes. In Gaza, Israel, that's not going to happen anytime soon because Netanyahu, the president of Israel, doesn't want it to happen. He wants to wipe out Hamas. So once you have the leader of Israel not really wanting to have a deal, it takes, it's very, very hard to get one. President Trump is trying to fix the economy, but some believe the damage is already done. As the dollar value drops, China's power and gold keep going up. I called American Hartford Gold to diversify with physical precious metals, and you might consider that as well. They will help you secure your savings with physical gold and silver delivered right to your door, or you can set up a tax advantage gold IRA. Plus, it's tax and penalty free to roll over your current 401k or IRA. With billions in precious metals delivered, thousands of five-star ratings, and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau, they are the only precious metals dealer I trust. So please call or text American Hartford Gold. Tell them O'Reilly sent you, and you might get $15,000 of free silver on a qualifying order. Call 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Okay, I dropped a bonus on YouTube, just like you just saw, Chuck Todd, and it has to do with why the press covered for Biden in such a dishonest manner. There was a reason. And it wasn't because I liked Biden or hated Trump. There was some of that. But anyway, we want you to go and sign up for the O'Reilly YouTube channel, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly, okay? You'll like these commentaries. And I keep it pithy, too. It's like 3 hours or something. Let's go to the mail. We got George on the message board. I'm glad Donald Trump is making bold moves, but he needs to be a better strategist. Use a little more ready, aim, fire, and less ready, fire, aim. That's pretty good, George. I like that. I think a little more deliberation, a little more explanation. Help the president. Robert Yan, Wheeling University, West Virginia. Mr. O'Reilly, 37 trillion national debt, 2 trillion annual deficit, 1 trillion day balance is not sustainable. This should be a bipartisan issue, but it's not. I don't understand what the Democrats are trying to accomplish other than opposing Trump. They don't care. Democratic Party doesn't want any cuts anywhere. Look what happened to Musk. They don't care, Professor, that we're crazy in debt. All right, we got Richard Miller. I'm going to say this wrong. Gallipolis, Ohio. Probably said it wrong. Just watch your segment about the signed picture of the 5 presidents that helped the Independence Fund get wheelchairs for severely wounded vets. I bought 2 of those pictures, gave one to a friend who says it's his most prized possession. Would love to hear your Jimmy Carter story. I will tell a story. I might put it in a book about how President Carter was reluctant to sign that picture when the other 4 living presidents did sign it. It's a great story. Michael Dwell, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Mr. O, I've been watching you for 30 years. Please give me your best advice dealing with parents who are far, far left. They don't care about law and order or anything Republicans are enforcing. Just be respectful to your parents. You don't need to convince them of anything. I keep telling people, look, people believe what they want to believe. You objecting to the belief, where does that get you? You know, there's a 4th commandment for a reason. Honor your father and your mother, even if they're loons, unless they're abusing you or something. But if they just hold political beliefs, they, for some reason, you know, it might be an interesting question. So why do you believe that courts and prosecutors should be soft on criminals? Why? And maybe they have an explanation, but I wouldn't make it a big deal. I wouldn't. Simon Nealon, Jackson, Mississippi, currently reading Killing Crazy Horse. It's more bloody than Killing the Rising Sun. Yeah, the Indian Wars, because it spanned over such a long period of time. Killing Crazy Horse, we have it twinned for Father's Day with the Not Woke Dad mugs. Great gift. This is really a good Father's Day gift. And it's not going to break you the bank, okay? But that's a real action-packed book, Killing Crazy Horse. And then we got the Not Mom mugs twinned with Killing the Witches, because millions of women love Killing the Witches. So we got that for Mom. And then you can buy any of the Not Woke gear that we have. It's really good for this summer, and you know that. And then we have a new feature for premium and concierge members, Tip of the Day. Only you guys get it, and it'll enhance your life. A lot of lifestyle stuff in there. Tip of the Day. And Confronting Evil will be out September 9th. You can pre-order on BillO'Reilly.com or Amazon. And no tariffs, because we write it in the United States. We publish it in the United States. We distribute it in the United States. Cindy Adams in the New York Post wrote about it today. Thank you very much. Cindy Adams is 95 years old, still writes 4 columns a week. An amazing, amazing woman. Word of the day, do not be a popinjay. One of my favorite words, one of the first words we used on the O'Reilly Factor, we started word of the day, Popinjay. Don't be a popinjay. Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Name and town if you wish to opine. Back with the final thought in a moment. There is a lot of talk about government debt, but the real crisis is personal debt. You need Done with Debt. They have unique strategies to help end your debt fast, so you can keep more of your hard-earned money. And they will not try to sell you a loan. They're tough negotiators who will go one-on-one with your credit card and loan companies to drastically reduce bills, eliminate interest, erase penalties. Clients end up with more money in their pocket on month 1. And they don't stop until you're debt-free. Take a few minutes. Visit donewithdebt.com. It's free, but listen, some solutions are time sensitive, so you have to move quickly. Go to donewithdebt.com. Donewithdebt.com. Tell them Bill sent you. Our healthcare system is a mess, you know that. You wait weeks for a doctor's appointment, get 5 minutes there, then face delays, insurance, red tape. It's slow, frustrating, and it's why All Family Pharmacy stands out in the madness. All Family Pharmacy believes in medical freedom, meaning you decide what works for your health, not some agency or insurance company. Ordering is simple. No waiting rooms, pharmacy lines. Just go online, place your order, and get medications delivered right to your door. They offer 200 medications, including ivermectin and antibiotics, plus emergency kits, customized orders, even bulk buys. More than 100,000 Americans already trust All Family Pharmacy. It's time you check them out. So please go to allfamilypharmacy.com/Bill. Use promo code BILL10 for 10% off. Take your health into your own hands. That's allfamilypharmacy.com/Bill, code BILL10. Okay, final third of the day, it is membership renewal time. We're running 88% renewals, which I think is top of the chart. Very, very high number. And we will have this week for Concierge and Premium members a Best of the News Nation Town Hall, which is tomorrow night. It's 2 hours. We're not going to run the whole 2 hours on BillO'Reilly.com. We'll cut it down to about 30 minutes, maybe 40. And premium members will be able to see that. No one else. Okay, then I've got a special with Leland Vittert on Friday about Donald Trump's first 100 days. And it's just me and Leland. And we will post that in case you miss it or your DVR doesn't work or whatever, just for premium members. So this is a good program. And if you really want to give your mom and dad a really meaningful gift for their days, Concierge membership is very strong. And you get a free book. So you give both. You give them the membership and the book, whatever book you want, or you can take the book yourself. Don't tell them that, though. But, you know, mom and dad, grandma, granddad, Concierge membership, when you get older, we have a big crew that will help you or answer your questions or do whatever you need us to do. That's a tremendous gift. And I don't think people think about it, you know. I mean, it's nice to give ties and flowers and all that, but this is a thing that lasts for a year. And it's not expensive. We keep the price down. We've always kept the price down because we want everybody to participate. All right. So I'm heading to the city tonight. I got to do something there. Heading to the city tomorrow night to do News Nation Town Hall. It's a wicked week here. Wicked, but fun. And I thank you very much for watching and listening to the No Spin News. I'm Bill O'Reilly. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.